in the elder days, Christianity was not originally popular among blacks, for within their communities were all kinds of religions, many of them pagan. Whereas most of the white people were predominantly Christian. This came like from the British Empires. But there came a time when whites demanded that black people renounce their previous faiths and come to the Christian religion. Believe in Jesus. They so insisted that these black people believe in Jesus so much that they were even willing to kill for it. Believe in Jesus or die. Believe in Jesus or die. These white settlers threatened these black people with death if they refused to convert to Christianity. Convert to the Christian religion or we kill you. This has resulted in a wave of black Christianity that seems to border on panic. I notice how a black person believes in Jesus. It is different from how a white person believes in Jesus. How a white person believes in Jesus seems to be basically, I believe in Jesus. Now I get to do whatever I want. The way a black person believes in Jesus seems to be like, I believe in Jesus. Can I breathe now? Can I go to the store and come back without getting killed? And black Christians have had preachers that have just they've actually shouted in the pulpits. And it's like they're panicking too. It's like panic galore among black Christians. It's like they're afraid that if they don't believe in Jesus, they're going to die. They're going to be killed. It's completely understandable as to why. And even if a white person says, I don't believe in Jesus, I have noticed how black persons tend to freak out over this. Just totally freak out. And this is why. This is why. Now, I've said in the previous video that I don't believe the problem is actually with the police, nor is it with the Republican Party. They are simply symptoms of a greater problem that exists within churches and people running them. I also have a mild suspicion that perhaps the people in charge of these churches could be atheist. I'll repeat that for those that didn't get it. I have a slight suspicion that everyone who is running these churches that are preaching these messages are atheists. No, they're not like me. They're not like the average atheist that has nothing to do with churches. These atheists, if they actually are atheists, know that there is no God, but are using the idea of God to manipulate people's minds and attempt to control them, to control people's minds, to make people do what they want them to do. This is the source of the true problem with this country. It is within these churches. People who don't really believe in Jesus, they're just using Jesus to manipulate minds and control people. And even if they can't say with their mouths, blacks are cursed of God, they'll use whatever language they can to plant the message in people's minds, to plant the thoughts into their heads, to plant the ideas into them. So they'll be their faithful soldiers for Jesus. But not really for Jesus. Simply use his name as an excuse to commit the act. Jesus has become an excuse. The real evil isn't even Jesus itself. Those that are pushing the name of Jesus. It didn't even start with the Rush Limbaugh show. But, like I said before, the message in Limbaugh's show I recognized as coming from the church. I recognized it. More on this in the third segment.